right? One thing that you will get in these type of problems is always a class interval type problem. You know, class interval, blah blah to blah blah, and that sort of problems are called group data problems. The data is grouped. How do you group it? Children from grade 1 to grade 3, grade 4 to grade 6. So that's called grouping of data. And at this grade of grade 10, you will definitely get group data. So yes, last class we learned how to find mean from group data. It all started by sum of all observation by number of observations. Then we try to make that calculation as simple. So first, when you get a group data, you arrive at something called class mark, which is the mid, LCL plus UCL divided by 2. Once you get the class mark, then you get the frequency. So you're supposed to do frequency into the class mark, but that calculation becomes jumbled up. So you have a assume mean, and then what you do, you find a deviation, then you find that the deviation is also big, so you do deviation by h, which you call as ui, and then you do finally fi ui, and you find a u bar, chota wala u bar, and then you adjust it with your main assume mean. So you say assume mean plus means algebraic u bar, and u bar is found as u bar, and then the h which you sucked out, you again pump it back. So that's what. Today we're going to talk about mode. पहले mode को समझते हैं, फिर देखेंगे कंफ्यूजन कहां हो जाता है बच्चों को मोड में. मोड इन वेरी लेमन्स लैंग्वेज, द डेटा माइंड यू, हाँ, द डेटा, पे utmost importance on it, the data that repeats the most. This is the most easiest way of understanding the data that repeats the most. Okay, now where you will get confused, I'll tell you. जब आपको question 1 mark 2 mark question देगा और आप उसमें गलती करोगे. Amulya is online. See, Shaurya, I won over you. See, ठीक है? The data that repeats the most. Now, what is the parameter that tells you about repeats in statistics? This parameter is understood. Very good, Joy. This is understood by frequency. So in order to comment on mode, so this is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for. So there are two type of parameters that you will be looking for. First, you first have to look at frequency, and you find out whose frequency is maximum. So you would like to find out which data's frequency is max. That means you look for the max value of the frequency. And after that, children get so excited that they declare this max value of the frequency as the mode. Yehi galti ho gaya. So if you are trying to understand, I'll give you a very simple example. Again, going back to the garment industry, we found that XL is the t-shirt size which has the maximum frequency, which is say 400 numbers of XL t-shirts are there. Frequency is 400. Whose frequency? XL's frequency. So which t-shirt is more in count? XL is. So what is the mode? XL. ये नहीं है. हमेशा अपने आप को ये क्वेश्चन पूछो, whose mode am I finding? Always ask yourself a question. Okay, these steps you remember, and this will not be an issue in the long calculation. Short problems, it is the issue. Whose mode am I evaluating? Then whose mode का आंसर आते ही look for the frequency of the competitors. Whose mode? Sir, t-shirt sizes mode I am finding. Look for the frequency of the competitor. What are the competitors? XS, S, M, L, XL, double XL, whatever. Clear हो गया? एक प्रॉब्लम देखते हैं पहले. प्रॉब्लम जितना देखेंगे उतना समझेंगे. Anyone has any question out here? The data that repeats the most, always the data, not the repetitive count. Many people write this and come back. गड़बड़ हो जाता है, right? So mode, when you give an answer, mode may be some property. Usually mode can be alphanumeric. Always remember, frequency is always numeric. Mode can be alphanumeric. Right now in our garment case, the mode is alpha, XL. There could be age group. We are trying to find out what is the age of children who are entering a mall. Now mode will come as numeric. So mode can be alphanumeric. एक question देखते हैं और समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, ठीक है? Now, wickets taken by a bowler in 10 cricket matches. Try to understand. Wickets taken by a bowler in 10 matches. So how many matches are we evaluating the bowler for? We have considered 10 of his matches and we are seeing what is the wickets taken by a bowler. So the wickets taken are 2, 6, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 6, 4, 5. 2, 6, 4, 5. 0, 2, 1, 3. 0, 2, 1, 3. And after that, it's 10 cricket 2, 6, 4, 5, 0, 2, 1, 3, and then 2, 3. Okay, this is given to us. Find the mode of the data. The wickets taken by a bowler in 10 cricket matches are given us below, and find the mode of the data. Now we have to find out the mode. Mode of the data. Mode of the data. See, now it becomes very confusing. The definition that we studied, the data that repeats the most is the mode. First, you have to make always a frequency table. First, we have to make always a frequency table. इस क्वेश्चन में आप क्या ढूंढ रहे हो वो मुझे बोल पाओगे? What are you trying to hunt language wise? So in other sense, we are trying to find out that what are the counts of matches in which the number of wicket taken has shown consistent number. These are wickets taken in a match. इसको ऐसे देखो, ऐसे. Let's say we make the data like this: wickets taken in a match. लिख सकता हूँ इसको. And here I write number of matches. Number of matches. Now let's arrange this data now in properly. Okay. Let's say 0 wickets. Out of 10 matches, in how many matches did he get 0 wicket? 1. तो ये आपका frequency है basically. देखो ये catch हो जाता है. This is a very simple problem. Here you are getting, this is you are not getting any group data. Actually you will get a group data problem. Group data नहीं है, लेकिन ये छोटा problem है पर confuse कराता है हमें. अच्छा, इसके बाद 0 को हमने देख लिया. 1 विकेट कितने मैचेस में मिला? एक ही मैच में मिला. ठीक है, ये भी गया. 2 विकेट कितने मैच में मिला? देखो तो 1, 2, 3 मैचेस में मिला. नाउ उसके बाद 4 विकेट कितने, 3 विकेट्स कितने हैं? 1, 2, 2. ओके, उसके बाद 4 विकेट कितने हैं बेटा? 1. So 4, 5 wickets. 5 also 1. And 6 how many? 1. 6 is also 1. If we are correct, then your addition of this should give you 10. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have considered all his 10 matches. Now tell the performance which is repeated most in matches. Tell the performance. Tell the performance. See, when I gave you the question, did I give you frequency specifically? No, I just gave you this as the data to you. And my question was, calculate the mode of the given data. मतलब mode इनके अंदर निकालना है. ऐसा कौन सा परफॉर्मेंस है जो सबसे ज्यादा रिपीट हुआ? सर 2 विकेट इन ए मैच सबसे ज्यादा रिपीट हुआ. तो इस प्रॉब्लम का मोड क्या होगा? आइडेंटिफाइंग फिगर विल बी दिस, बट द मोड इज, दिस इज द मोड. you declare this as the mode based on this figure. ये समझने की कोशिश करो. By the frequency. मोड वो है जो सबसे ज्यादा प्रकट होता है. That means, and प्रकट is nothing but frequency. The one that appears the most, the one that repeats the most. अर्जुन समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? Pay attention. We will again clear when doubts happen. But when we are running something, let's have full attention. समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Because when the question was given to me, the frequency was not given. They just asked, what is the mode of this data? Means which data appears. Now forget about all this tamjam that we did. Forget all this. ये wicket भूल जाओ सब. Forget this part of the question. Let's forget this part of the question, right? And the question was what? Find the mode of the given data, right? This was the question. And we forget all these also. Don't bring all these wickets and all in your mind. Find the mode of the given data. Now go back to your definition. What did I write? Mode is the data which is repeating the most. Which is repeating the most? ठीक है, understood? Okay, now we go for group data. That is what is the question that you will be getting, group data. So let's take one group data, and again there will be a formula which we have to memorize. I can only help you memorize by some stories which you may find as boring, but I hope you know the mean median formula now. Mean median mode, 3 median is equal to 2 mean plus mode. Yeah, 2 mean, you're 2 mean. Okay, remember that. चलो एक डेटा लेते हैं, family size. I'll tell you where is the problem in this particular when data is given in this type. Family type and family size and number of families. Now we are asked to find out the mode. Say suppose family size was given to you like this: 2 people, 3 people, 4, 5 means this is the size of family, and the number of families means 2-member family, how many you have, 3-member family, how many you have. Then can you find out the mode? Very easily. Whichever family size appears the most, that is the mode. पर आपको वैसे देगा नहीं ना, आपके साथ तो बदमाशी करेगा. They'll give you the family size in group data. 1 to 3 numbers of family members वाले घर कितने हैं? 7 घर हैं हमारे पास, ठीक है. Then 3 to 5 members वाले फैमिली मेंबर्स हमारे पास कितने हैं? 8 हैं. अच्छा, इसको कैसे रीड करेंगे? प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. कैन फैमिली मेंबर्स बी इन डेसिमल? नो. So if a house has got husband, wife and 1 kid, that house is appearing in which group? 3 to 5, because this is continuous data distribution. Here the upper limit is never considered. Upper limit is never considered. No issues. Upper limit is never considered. Okay, next thing. Then 5 to 7 members family. 5 to 7 members family. We have got 2. 7 to 9. These are joint families. Huh? We have got 2. And last is some families are there who are almost a cricket team. 9 to 11. And if they're volleyball team, they've got substitute, medico and coach also within the house. ये है data distribution. ठीक है, अब देखो सोचो, मजा लो इस प्रॉब्लम का. If this side would have been only the count, तब आपके लिए कहना एकदम आसान है. Which family, number of families is maximum for what type of family? 3 to 5. Obviously, ऐसे भी this is the most standard distribution. So 3 to 5 में, if this was say 4 children, then you would have said 4 is the mode of this data. But now you don't know the mode because it is 3 to 5. मतलब ये वो families हैं जिनके 3 members हो सकते हैं, 4 members भी हो सकता है. But we don't know what is the mode, whether it is 3 or 4. Have you understood? Okay. In higher grade, we also get a problem where this maximum, when you go to BSc and all, can appear in 2 different, that is called bimodal class. Bimodal is not there in NCERT में नहीं है. CBSE does not have. Bimodal data you don't have. You will have only monomodal. Means only one mode will be there. You cannot have the maximum data appearing across 2 class intervals. That is understood. ठीक है? Now, first of all, you tell me which is the family size which is repeating the most children. Which is the family size? 3 to 5. How did you understand? Sir, I understood it by looking at this data. So please take this data and give it a name. This class will be called as your model class. Now tell me, model class समझ में आया? समझ में आ गया? तो मॉडल क्लास को अलग से लिख लें. आ जाओ. मॉडल क्लास. अब कॉमन सेंस लगाओ. योर मॉडल क्लास इज फ्रॉम 3 to 5. Whatever is your mode, final answer you will get. Don't you think that answer has to lie between 3 and 5? Can it be equal to 5? Never, because it is continuous. Can it be equal to 3? Yes. Can it be more than 3? Yes. It can be more than 3 also, but it cannot be equal to 5. Therefore, from this model class, the first thing that we squeeze out of importance to us is a data called L, which is the lower limit of model class, which is called the lower limit of the model class. Have you understood? I'll just teach you how to remember this formula. I hope all of you all, many schools have done this chapter. Okay, there's a lower limit of modal class. That means the mode that I find will be L या L से थोड़ा ज्यादा, L या L से थोड़ा ज्यादा, L या L से थोड़ा ज्यादा. तो यहां मोड का फॉर्मूला लिख के रखता हूं, and we are trying to give birth to this formula. Mode will be equal to L plus some blah 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 blah, we don't know. L भी हो सकता है या L से ज्यादा. ये चीज समझ में आया आपको? ठीक है. Now, once you have understood this, let us understand something called a time scale. What is this? This is time scale. And we will use a little bit of English with this. English in the sense, present tense, past tense, future tense. One is always known as present day. Present day. One. The chart always goes up in this manner. 0 is yesterday, right? Then 2 should be tomorrow. Is this understood? बस ये याद रखिए 0, 1, 2 को कैसे इंटरप्रेट करने का. 1 वर्तमान काल, प्रेजेंट टाइम. 0 भूतकाल, which is past, and this is भविष्य, future. Understood? अब इनके साथ, अब ये सब टेंस थोड़ी पढ़ना है, मैथ्स पढ़ना है. So we will designate one thing called F2, one thing called F1, and one thing called F0. Time for us, when we say time, our time is nothing but the modal class. So F1 means frequency of modal class. F0 means frequency of class, very good, preceding modal class. ठीक है ना? And F2 should be frequency. Yes. देखो तुम खुद ही बोल रहे हो, class succeeding modal class. Have we understood? ये 3 डेटा हमारे पास आ गए. ठीक है. तो कितने डाटा के साथ आप खेल रहे हो? आप खेल रहे हो L आपका एक डेटा हो गया, F2 एक डेटा हो गया, F1 एक डेटा हो गया, F4, 4 डेटा आपके पास आ गए. अब एक 5वां डेटा भी आपको लाना है, and that 5th data, whether you are doing mode or mean, is always the class height. एक और डेटा हमें चाहिए, that data will be always the class height. H is equal to class width. You know how to find out the class width? UCL minus LCL. UCL minus LCL. तो ये आपका क्या हो जाएगा? UCL minus LCL. Now don't ask me, sir, this we find out for which class? Any class. It will be all uniform. Just see 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Understood? Now question comes, how do we write the formula? How do we write the formula? अब इसके लिए थोड़ा राइम जैसा फिर से लेना पड़ेगा. अब फॉर्मूला ऐसा होता है मोड का. Put a bracket out here. Put a bracket out here. And whether you are doing mean, median or mode, the H always gets multiplied here because some data will come out. This data is basically some average data, some average, squeezed average. We already know our mode should be L plus something, means our modal class will be 3 plus something. Some squeezed data and squeezed data into H. We have to pump the H back. अब इसको कैसे लिखते हैं? मेरे को सुनिए वो राइम मैं कैसे बोलता हूं. ठीक है. F माइनस F लिखेंगे ऊपर में. क्या लिखेंगे? F माइनस F. कितने F लिखे मैंने ऊपर? 2 F लिखे ना. तो नीचे भी मैंने 2 F लिखे. नीचे वाला 2 F है. ये क्या कहता है? डिनोमिनेटर भी रोएगा ना. हमें भी ऐसे लाके दो चॉकलेट. कैसे चॉकलेट लाके दिया था ऊपर? F माइनस F. हमें भी F माइनस F दो. सब माइनस. ठीक है. Are we fine? Now, little bit NCC वगैरह में मार्च पास वगैरह हुआ है ना सबका. तो कैसे बोलते हैं? 1 2 1 ऐसे राइम्स जैसे ना. 1 2 1 लेफ्ट राइट लेफ्ट रिमेंबर इट लाइक दैट। इसको हम बोलेंगे 10102 खत्म। If you can remember that 10102, the formula is done. 10102. Shall we see how we write the formula once again? Let's see this, how we generate the formula. Mode will always be equal to L plus something multiplied by the class height. Got it? That something is a fraction, and you should remember this thing, f minus f. This you always remember. How many f's? 2 f's. ये नीचे वाला भी होता है, अपने को भी ऐसा ही पापा मेरे को भी होना, ले ले माइनस। और राइम क्या था? 10102, 10102। बस अगर आपने ये राइम सही सलामत किया, आपके फुल मार्क्स से एग्जाम में, और अगर आपसे गलती हो गया तो गलती हो गया। So shall we calculate the mean this thing for this? Okay, just 1 minute. Hello, yeah, madam, I'm a beggar, madam, and today is a Sunday, you please enjoy. Open plots. I can't be it. Who was that? Open plots. Otherwise I say I don't have a circus company and now elephants are in my house only, I don't need it. ठीक है, इसका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करें इसका। So what is the value of f2? Guys, can you tell me what is f2? Let's go one by one. What is the frequency of the modal class? 8. This value is 8. What is the frequency of the class preceding? 7. What is the frequency of the class succeeding? 2. So our mode should be equal to, what is L? 3. 3 plus ऊपर में करो f1 minus f0. f1 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. So let's write 8 minus 7. और नीचे कितना हो जाएगा? 2 of f1 means 2 into 8 minus f0 7 minus f2 which is 2. कितना आएगा? This will become equal to 3 plus 8 minus 7 is how much बच्चा? 1. 2 and 8 is 16. 16 minus how much? 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. So this becomes 7 3 is 21. 22 by 7. 20 by 7 को सॉल्व कर लीजिए, 3.1 जो भी आएगा वो आपका तो 3.2 or 20 yes 23. 7 3s are 21 and oh the h is also there, sorry I have forgotten the h. So the h is into 2. So 22 by 7 into 2, right? Not 2. 3 plus 2 by 7. Okay. 1 minute. What is the h you got? H is 2. And 7 3s are 21 plus 1 22. 22 by 7 into 2. कुछ गलती हुआ है क्या? 3 is a separate term. I am also getting confused. Yes. Sorry. So 3 into, it becomes 1 upon, sorry, 3 plus 1 upon, it is 7 into 2. So it becomes 3 plus 2 by 7. Very sorry, children. So this becomes 7 3 21 plus 2, 23 by 7. So it will be 3.2 roughly, some blah blah. Is more clear? This one you remember. The same thing we will be using in cumulative frequency also, the same analogy. One is always the present. The present is the modal class. Yes, sir. हाँ, तो हम लोग जब मोड डेसिमल में आ रहा है तो जनरली आपको जब मोड कैलकुलेट करने बोला है, यू कैन लीव इट एट डेसिमल, बट वी नो दैट फैमिली साइज कैन नेवर बी इन डेसिमल. सो ये 3.2 है ना, तो अल्टीमेटली 3 फैमिलीज वाले ज्यादा हैं. दिस इज द अरिथमेटिकल आउटपुट एंड द ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजिकल आउटपुट यू विल टेक इज बेस्ड ऑन 3 पर एग्जैक्टली 3. तो अगर आपको कोई पूछे कि उस दिन आपको यहाँ पे गिफ्ट्स देने हैं, दिस इज एम्प्लॉय के फैमिली मेंबर्स के लिए. ओके, वी आर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग अ फेयर इन द कंपनी. पापा के कंपनी में एक फेयर है जहाँ सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स लोग जाएंगे. तो सवाल आता है कितने फैमिली मेंबर्स वाले घर के आने के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं? 3.2 वाले घर के मेंबर्स, तो आपको उस हिसाब से गिफ्ट्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे ना। तो अब पर हो सकता है कोई एक का फैमिली मेंबर ऐसा भी आए, पर यूजुअली 3 पॉइंट वाले ज्यादा होंगे। तो अगर हमारे पास टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैमिलीज मिल गए, कितने फैमिलीज हुए? 10। 10 को अगर हम 3.2 से जैसे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, मोटा मोटी 32 गिफ्ट्स में वी विल नॉट कट अ सॉरी फिगर, यूजुअली इट सेज लाइक दैट। This is one type of central tendency. Or else you can understand that if 10 lots of boxes were examined for garments or shoes, ये 3 to 5 साइज के जूते आपको मैक्सिमम मिलने वाले हैं। उसमें भी जूते 5 नंबर के नहीं, 3.2 मतलब 3 या 3 से थोड़ा बड़ा साइज। तो if you think that your shoe size is 7, better don't go to this particular dealer। इसका मोड में आपका जूते का साइज नहीं है। हो सकता है but you will spend your fuel, chances are that you will come out with a sad face from this shop. Have you understood? And mode is सबसे super easy. Super easy is the one that comes in mode. Okay, understood? Chalo. And we'll dedicate a class to solve exam oriented problems. Once our revision starts, कुछ हो गया क्या? We'll do a lot of problems, don't worry, once our revision starts. नहीं तुम half hearted बोलते ना, मैं कुछ गलती कर रहा हूँ, हंस रहे हो आधे भी। Shall we go ahead and understand median now? Let's understand median. First, we will understand median, absolutely how kids are asked to find out median. पहले median का basic समझते हैं. So median is another tool to find out central tendency, where the center of the data lies. Median. By now you have understood one thing. Mean will be a very good assessment of central tendency when data does not fluctuate too much. Then mean is very nice. Potato price 40, 44, 42, 41, 44, 42, 40, 41. So you know average the potato is ranging at 42 rupees. If you take a 50 rupees to Ratnadeep, you won't cut a sorry figure that you will fall short of money. But if potato is like 19 rupees, 200, 22, 68, 76, 840, how do you know what is the average? Either you will be going with too much money or very less money. ऐसे cases में, like I showed you the example of Bill Gates coming to that, as a case में median makes a, Bill Gates was something like a boiler, huge temperature, rest are all like refrigerator. So data you cannot take mean, ऐसे में median लेते हैं. तो median का basic क्या है? Median is always middle data of an arrangement which can be either done in increasing order or in decreasing order. This is the kiddo definition of median. Which is the kiddo definition of median. Now let's take some data. 4, 7, 3, 2, 12, 8, 11, then 9, 6. Right, this is our data. Okay? So we want to find out the median of this data. Don't think that these questions will come to you. These are kiddo questions. Okay. So our first job is what? To arrange the data. So कैसे करेंगे? Ascending कर लें. We'll do ascending. What is the smallest data? 2 is the smallest data. What is the highest data? 12. 12 is the highest data. So इसको हम कहते हैं max है ये हमारा और ये है min. Any statistics में याद रखिए. This is something called range. Range is always max minus mean. When you go to a shop, the shopkeeper would tell you, साड़ी जरा दिखाइए, आपका range क्या है? What is the minimum you are ready to spend for a sari and what is the maximum that you will run? That's based on your budget. So that's called range. Understood? So let's start putting our data. 2 is gone. After 2, what do I put? 3 is gone. After 3, 4 is gone. Then 6 is gone. 7 is gone. Then 8. After that 9. After that 11, and then we have 12. Okay, 12. Just count the data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 number of data are there. You need to find out the midpoint data. Now here, sometimes in Cambridge books, in their videos, it's explained very nicely. The teacher explains to the kid here, yeah, strike out one data from here and one from here. Start one from here and one from here, one from here and one from here, one from here and one. Oh, this is the middle data. That's how they do. So this is the middle data. And tell the teacher that we have got 1,847 datas. Can you do strike out one, strike out one, strike out one, strike out one? She will need a big range of board. That data doesn't work out. So let's give the data some numbers. Okay, इनको numbers दे देते हैं. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. Now logical mathematics. How many datas we have? 9 datas. So we found the midpoint at what? Fifth one. So if you have n datas, so the midpoint is at n plus 1 divided by 2. For example, you had n equal to how many? 9. So n plus 1 becomes equal to 10. And the mid data is n plus 1 divided by 2, which is 10 upon 2, which is equal to 5. All this is correct as long as n is odd. If n is even करेंगे, अब इसको even भी करेंगे, देखते जाते हैं, ठीक है? So let's make it even also. Have you understood this? Basic पहले clear कीजिए, median क्या है? Formula बाद में आता रहेगा, पहले median पता तो होना चाहिए. In your school, these parts will not be taught because it's not there in syllabus. They'll just teach you the formula and you know the formula. You don't know why median. Rather ask that Bill Gates wala question in class. Bill Gates joins a village of poor people. Mean is good or median is good? Mean में the average of the village improves. Median में doesn't improve. It's still a poor village only. Done. अच्छा चलिए. अब हम क्या करते हैं? एक और डेटा यहाँ पे ले आते हैं. Let's put one more data and let's put 13 as one more data. Okay. और आप बोलोगे सर सीरीज में हो गया, इसको 14 ले लो, and 14th is our what data? 10th data, right? And we again become that teacher in that hero class. Strike out one from here and strike out one from here, strike out one from here, 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 one from here. Oh, you're going to left with 2. Now we have got 2 midpoints. So now what is the mean? The mean will be, sorry, what is the median? The median will be the average of 5th and 6th. So 7 plus 8 is how much, bacha? 15. 15 divided by 2? 7.5 is our median. Have you understood? The average of these two data. Whenever you land up at even, then your average of the 2 midpoints. हाँ, अब देखेंगे वो कैसे आता है, logic से. Now the question to the teacher is same. We have got 2,846 data. Even datas? Yes. Get me the median. So for median, she needs to find out what is the midpoint. So if you look here, when you had 10 number of datas, your midpoints came at what? 5th and 6th. Do you agree? So if your n is say even, sorry, if my n is even, then I would be first looking for n by 2 is one of the midpoint, and the second midpoint is n by 2. Please understand, don't do algebra out here. N by 2th plus 1. I had n equal to 10 number of datas. My midpoint is 10 by 2, which is equal to 5, and the 5th plus 1 position. So if you have 500 datas, the midpoint is 250 and 251st. ये जरा absorb करो 2 मिनट के लिए, इसके बाद ही हम आगे मीडियन पढ़ पाएंगे. क्या ये आपको समझ में आया? Our inverters are, it's been taken over from the class yesterday and in the morning class also. And I was so happy. 20-21 हजार का इन्वेस्टमेंट कोई काम में नहीं आ रहा था. Right? And 3 hours we have backup. We switch off the lights, it's 6 hours. Have you understood or not? Yes. Finally, the inverter has come to you. I'm so happy. So if you have 300 datas, what is the midpoint? 150 and 150th plus 1, that is 151st data. कभी कभी ऐसा एकदम चिल्लू प्रॉब्लम दे देगा ना, तो भी आपको करने आना चाहिए. But children, how the problem now becomes difficult. Once you have understood this, noted this down, Yesterday I did some painting touch-ups also. Vivan, no touching walls. See, all these I have touched up. 2 years different, but still blended. But I could have sanded this portion more. This is what is itching me. After you all go, I'm thinking to sand it again and do. I have touched up all paints out there also. Some 1 or 2 marks were there. There also people used to stand with bags. It's all touched up. And the biggest touch-up was in that room where the AC was removed. Done. Shall go ahead. Now our problem is, look here children, all the data that you saw here, these data didn't repeat. Did these data repeat? None of this data is repeated. If the data would have repeated, then what would you do? Say suppose the data is like 6, you have a data which is 6, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, like that the data has repeated. Then what? How do we find the mean? With the repeated data, you write the complete stretch and then go and find the midpoints. Means data repeating. So this is the simplest which kiddos do at grade 6, 7 level. Data not repeating, find the median with odd and even. What is the next level tough? Data repeating. Then what do? You write the entire stretch and then you can do. Now you all are not that lucky. For you what they will do? Data ही नहीं देगा, group data देगा. अभी समझ में आ रहा है आपका प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आपको ये 6, 7 नहीं आएगा, आपको ये ग्रुप करके दे देगा और वहां से आपको मीडियन निकालना है. Are we ready? चलिए. So we'll again understand by one question and we'll go by our only for mode that sort of formula is what you call rhyme or something we remember. Otherwise rhyme जानने की कोई जरूरत नहीं होती है, तो सीधा ऐसे ही हो जाए. आओ. तो लेते हैं बच्चा एक ठू प्रॉब्लम. अब प्रॉब्लम लेंगे तो सब समझ में आ जाएगा. Right? So let us take one very nice problem. Very nice problem. Okay. So our problem is, bear with me because I have to write the entire data. So it's marks and number of students. So we'll write from here. And this is visible, right? Marks and number of students. Okay. The marks, right now they will not give the marks as 1, 2, 3, 4. Had they given at 1, 2, 3, 4, we could have easily done it, but they'll not give it like that. So they're giving us in groups of class width of 10, 0 to 10, 10 to 20. What is the maximum marks in an exam? 100. 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and 90 to 100. Hey Vivan, that OGIF part is not there in the syllabus now. I checked with Neha, the what do you call, I checked up the textbook, but if our time permits, we'll just understand it for understanding purpose, but that's not in syllabus. Okay. So our formula क्या है? 5, 3, 4 ना? Sorry बता. 5, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 7, 9, 7, 8. ठीक है? ये है हमारा data. So the question given to us is, the question will be given to us in this manner that, let's see, 10 by 1 minute. Huh? If they give you the count, that's fine. If they don't give you the count, we have to find the count. Okay. Where is the problem gone? Okay. Anyways, yeah, we don't know. It's 53 students in the question. Okay, let's check whether this is 53 or not. Find out how many students. 5 plus 3, 8. It is given 53 students. I'm just cross checking. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 3, 15, 3, 18, 22, 29, 9 plus 9, 29, 29, 39, 9, 29, 29 plus 9 is 38, 38 plus 7, 45, 45 plus 8, 53. So 53 students. First question that comes to your mind is, how many students? Okay, now let's decode the problem slowly. How to find out the median? How many students? Answer me. 53. I am asking you, how many datas? We are not worried about student. 53 datas. है ना? अगर 53 स्टूडेंट है तो 53 मार्क्स है हमारे पास. Is this not equal to n बच्चा? It is. Now if we do a problem which is having only data, non-grouped mean, then we are interested whether this n is even or odd. Here we are not interested on that even or odd वाला part में, उतना जरूरत नहीं है, आप सीधा n से जा सकते हैं. ठीक है? So we want to find out the midpoint. Okay, whether even if it is odd, then what do we do? N upon 2. And if it is even, then we take the n by 2 data and the n by 2 plus 1 data and then find it. ठीक है? मतलब n by 2 को तो जाना ही पड़ेगा, उसके आगे जाके ही कुछ होगा. You have to reach till n by 2. What is n by 2 in this criteria of ours? 53 divided by 2. 2 2s are 4, 113, 2 6 are 12, 110 2. 26.5 is my n by 2. ठीक है? n by 2. Generally odd में हम क्या करते थे? n plus 1 by 2 करते थे. So here when it is given you in this group data, then you need not see this odd and even. ये देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप सीधा n by 2 करो. Right? Now try to find out the data which is equal to or greater than this. Where does this data lie? See, your job is to find out. It is n by 2 is coming how much? It's 26.5. So you should find the data which is near to this position or more than this. Now for that आप फंस गए वहां पे. आप क्या कर रहे हो? इसको देख के यहां पे देख रहे हो. वहीं तो गलत हो गया. Statistics is, don't get confused. That is the count of the data. The date, that is whicheth data. Yes, these are datas. These datas are spread. How many datas are there? 53 datas are spread. This gives you the position, not the data value. But median we have to calculate that we just got the position. So in this type of problems, also one more data is required. This number of students will be known as my frequency. And then we find out something called cumulative frequency. Median money, cumulative frequency. What is cumulative word means? Till so far, till now. We stopped Zoe's car and we've ticketed her, and then we found that there is a pending ticket already on her car. So this fine was 20 rupees, previous fine was 5 rupees. What is the cumulative penalty on her? 25. अब तक कितना? तो cumulative frequency बहुत easy होता है. 5 के लिए 5 से पहले कोई डेटा है? नहीं है. 5. अब तक कितना? और 3 जुड़ गए 8, और 3 जुड़ गए कितने हो गए? 12, और 3 जुड़ गए 15, और 3 जुड़ गए 18, और 4 जुड़ गए 22, और 7 29, 38 के बाद थोड़े, and last one should tally this. Last one has to tally this. Last one has to tally this. अगर ये tally नहीं आ रहा है तो आपका प्रॉब्लम गलत है. Have we found out? Now we are hunting for which data? Not data value. We are hunting for the culprit number 26.5. 26.5 is lying where? 22 चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. 29 चलेगा. 29. So our culprit, which is 26.5 or more than that, we don't have an exact, but ये वाला तो मैच कर रहा है. ये वाला मैच कर रहा है. And this is what is known as the median class. This is important for us. Median class. Now one thing that is sure, we are sure, अपना median इसके अंदर ही है. Our median lies here. Right? If these were the data, then you would have just spread them apart. और ये भी आपका median है. Have you understood that logic or not? Our median lies here now. Can the median be 70? No. Can the median be 60? It can be, or it can be more than it. तो आओ फॉर्मूला लिखना शुरू करते हैं with that same concept. Median. Our median will be equal to the L. L means we'll have the lower class limit where we will say L is the LCL of median class. Same funda. With this we will add some blah blah and we will be injecting the vaccine later on. H. What is the vaccine? The vaccine H is the class width. Class width. The vaccine is the class width. Are we fine? अब देखते हैं कि इसको कैसे किया जाता है. Now, like in median, we wrote the formula, then 10102, and we took past tense, present tense. Here, not like that. Here, we will try to, we have to remember this. This value is n by 2. N by 2 is this data. 26.5 is somewhere lying here. Minus CF. Okay, we'll see what is CF. Divided by F. I think it's F. Yes, F. अब समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. From n by 2, you are taking away CF. N by 2 is lying somewhere here. CF is always the frequency of the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. इतना चला जाएगा. So CF means, our CF stands for CF of class preceding median class. बस इतना ही याद रखना है. नोट्स रख लो, एग्जाम से पहले अपने आप आ जाएगा. ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी यानी कि विच वन यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, इसमें सर्कल नहीं करके आप सर्कल इसमें कीजिए. दिस इज द CF that is relevant for us. Agreed? So CF pertains to the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, and F is frequency of median class. So F ये हो गया. बस ये तीनों में मैच कराना है हमें. And assuming the class size to be equal, we are always taking H as the. ठीक है? Can we now substitute our values? Let's substitute our values. So our median M should be equal to L. What is L, beta? 60 plus n by 2 is how much? Let's leave n by 2 as n by 2. How much? 53 by 2 minus 22. तब बढ़िया से आंसर आएगा. F की वैल्यू कितनी है? 7 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई कितना बेटा? 10. आइए इसको सॉल्व करते हैं. 60 प्लस 2 इंटू 2 करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा? 44. 53 माइनस 44 is how much? 9 by 2. 9 by 2 divided by 7 means into 1 by 7. This part into 10. ठीक है? कितना हो गया? 60 plus how much is this? एक बार में डिवाइड करो, आंसर बेटर आएगा. 9 1s are 9. This becomes 2 5s are 10. So 9 5s are 45 by 7. 7 6s are 42. 420 plus 45 divided by 7. So this becomes 465 by 7. So let's do it. 7 6s are 42. 445. 7 6s are 42. 330. 7 4s are 28. 220. 7 2s are 14. 660. 7 8 56. So 66.428. So 66.4 is your median. We are exactly more than 66. ये कैलकुलेशन समझ में आया? तो जितना लास्ट में you do the division ना, you get a better approximated answer. What did I do? 9 by 2. So this becomes 53 minus 44, which is 9 by 2, is being divided by 7, means into 1 by 7 into 10. So 2 5s are 10. 9 5 is 45 divided by 7. 7 6 is 420 is the LCM. 465 by 7. Have we understood? Now let's write one summary chart for this chapter, because this chapter no one can test anyone on formulas. ये एग्जाम के पहले दिन ही पीना है और उल्टी करना है एग्जाम में. So your notes should be very important. Come, we'll write a formula chart right from basics of mean. Shall we? Ravi, can I? मिटा के बहुत मजा आता है. I don't know, slowly the ghost of buying one interactive panel is eating on my head. Enough of your rubbing and filling inks. So my wife was saying, iPad to diya, let's take one iPad and this. I said, no, let's keep that money. Why iPad is not that important. Board makes it more better to teach. Okay. Board may actually physics drawing is very easy. You can cut, paste, do whatever you want. Hello. Let's start writing our basics. Number one, we started with mean. Mean is also known as arithmetic mean, denoted by x bar. So I'm going to write everything in x bar is sum of all observation, sigma x I. I stands from 1 to n divided by n, by number of observation. This is one way we can see what is the formula. Okay. Sum of all observations. Now, this is the formula, very basic, where a data is not repeated. No data is repeated. No data is repeated, or even if you need not write it, even if data is repeated, all are added. Means this is the most crude way of doing. Suppose you do frequency distribution, then this formula can be made smart. We can make it sigma xi fi, I varies from 1 to n divided by sigma fi. Again, I varies from 1 to n. The same thing in which you have done it with frequency. With frequency you have done. This is what you do until your grade 9 level. Then comes step deviation. Step deviation. For step deviation, our first job is we need to have an assumed mean. Assumed mean. And from assumed mean, we can take an assumed mean as A. B, you need to find out a deviation di, which is all xi minus the A. And C, you need to also find out something called d bar. D bar is the small, which is sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. And then mean will be given by assumed mean plus. Now when I'm writing plus, it is the algebraic plus d bar. And d bar can be positive, d bar can be negative, but you will do the algebraic sum. बस ऐसे हो गया आपका step deviation. Or yeah, this is called deviation method, not step deviation. Step deviation will be one more than this. Okay, this is deviation. If this is complicated, means FIDI is coming complicated for me, then I go to another step in which what I do, I will actually calculate assumed mean as before. Whatever is my assumed mean, I do calculate that, which is equal to A. After that, B, I would be calculating not DI, but I'll be calculating something called UI, where UI is DI divided by H, or you can write it as XI minus A divided by H, where H, you know, obviously is the class width. Okay, na? And then your third step will be to find out the U bar, and the U bar is equal to sigma Fi UI divided by sigma Fi. And then you write X bar will be A plus, again algebraic plus U bar, where U bar can be plus or can be minus, but do not forget to multiply the H back with U bar. यही था mean. Take your time to write, don't worry. Now we'll write for median and we'll write for mode. With this knowledge, if you go to grade 11, statistics is one of the most easiest. Standard deviation and deviation. Two things you have to do. 12 now they have removed. They have kept it only for what you call Neha, start avoiding curd from today itself. Huh? You are at level 1 now. The train is just about to enter Cochin. It is standing at outer signal. Done? Chalo. Aram se. Left sides, can I start rubbing? Yeah. Okay. Shesh. पेसल क्या है आज? पेसल थोड़ा ट्रैफिक वफिक देख लेना कि कैसा है, रोड वोड क्लॉग ना हो जाए. विवान डार्लिंग, Vivan is missing. See, he has switched off the camera. He's gone out. He's not there. Vivan is a bad boy. Vivan is a bad boy. He never comes to class. You see, every time he'll do that. Abhi tak bhi wo, he is not reacting means he's not there. Vivan is nonsense. Vivan is an idiot. Nahi ho class. Otherwise, by now he would have reacted. There's a proof. Vivan, you're nonsense. Vivan, you're nonsense. Vivan, you're nonsense. Vivan, you're not. Vivan, you're nonsense. Vivan, if you still think that you are thick-skinned, you should reply. Vivan, you're thick-skinned. You're thick-skinned, Vivan. नहीं है देखो प्रूफ कौन कहता है कि ऑनलाइन में पकड़ नहीं सकते हो चले ही गया क्लास से कुछ ऑफेंड नहीं हुआ बंद करके कहीं घूम रहा होगा कहीं गया होगा आई नो हिम फ्रॉम ग्रेड 7 अभी ज्वाइन कर रहा है चले आ जाओ अब मीन की बात कर ले अच्छा मोड की बात कर ले मोड में there is nothing called simple mode is data that appears the most so mode is for mode our step 1 would be to find out the first is try to locate where is the modal class to locate the modal class you need the frequency okay so look for highest frequency once you look for the highest frequency you have found out what is your modal class once you have found out the modal class the next step would be to find the L is equal to LCL of modal class once you have found out LCL of modal class the third job would be to find three datas present data which is f1 past data which is f0 and future data what is f2 this is frequency of modal class this is frequency of class preceding modal class and this is frequency of class succeeding modal class and you also need to know what is H is UCL minus LCL right if that be the case we are ready to find out what is our mode becomes equals to L plus some blah blah arrangement into H and how do we write this we always write F minus F 2F है तो 2F पापा मेरे को भी ऐसा ही होना तो ऐसे कर लो आप भी 1-0-1-0-2 बस हो गया आपका मोड इतना इजी है देखो तो पढ़ने का क्या मान्य टेंशन लेते थे स्टैटिस्टिक्स हो गया ना बकवास का मैथमेटिक्स कितना टाइम लगा सर स्टैटिस्टिक्स सर आवर स्कूल हैज डन स्टैटिस्टिक्स लो स्टैटिस्टिक्स हो गया and whenever you are trying to find mode in 1 mark or 2 mark question your mind should always ask which is the data that is repeating the most which is the data that is repeating the most समझ में आया बहुत अच्छी तरह चले रवि धीरे धीरे from this side and we'll give 2 classes to it in which we'll do exam oriented questions can I rub this slowly I'm rubbing chalo hey Vivan what is special today considering the season weather
your favorite but you can't eat
prawns I cook I taste the gravy also but I don't eat it
yeah that's what
I have kept something marinated from yesterday and I got my set of Malabar parathas also oh उसका टेस्ट ही अलग है ना चलो अब आते हैं लास्ट वाला which is known as O by this time we also used to have one formula so our formula mediator means the median he mediates between mean and the mode median are 3 in a triangle and you scold him saying that you are 2 mean that's all मीडिएटर मीडिएट सुलह कराता है संधि कराता है इसमें संस्कृत पढ़ेंगे तो अच्छा है संधि कराता है सुलह दोस्ती, ज्वाइनिंग, या आपके स्कूल में चिप्स खाने के बाद की दोस्ती। मेल करा दिया। How many of you are continuing? I'm not naming it because it's on record. Continuing where you are. Don't name.
In school.
In the same place where you are.
No.
In the same place, because if you are not, then this is the time, keep your eyes fetch for forms and all, right? The white uniform wala institution which comes near Lanco Hills, that institution's forms generally come out from October onwards, the first time. White uniform, striped belt, which is near Karachi Bakery. That November, from October, be behind them actually. So the first exam will be held something around that January-ish, and the chances of clearing the first exam is very easy. If you clear it, then only they'll say commit and pay the fee. Otherwise, within 10 days, your result is forfeited. You have to again apply in the next list. You don't, your result will be given value. ठीक है, चलो अब लास्ट मीडियन कर लेते हैं और आपको छोड़ देते हैं। चलिए मीडियन। मीडियन means the first job is going by basic, arrange in ascending or descending. Arrange in ascending or descending to look for data count. These are basics. Look for data count, which is n. See, n equal to odd, n equal to even. Then in this case, middle data would be my median, and middle data is always n plus 1 divided by 2. If n is even, then you find out n by 2 data and n by 2th plus 1 data, and then compute average and declare this as your median. This is the formula for kiddo level median solving. Even for you also it may be, कौन जाने 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन दे दिया ऐसे बेसिक टेस्ट करने के लिए आपको, तो ये आपका काम में आएगा। ठीक है, आ दिया क्लियर ये वाला? ठीक है, राइट। और एकदम छोटा अगर 7 डेटा दिया, then become the British teacher, 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. But if I give you 1446, then this one makes more sense. If you have written this, then we go back to our formula. Okay, and if you are at grouped data, which will be your case, in group data you need to write what? Group, you need to write frequency, and you need to write cumulative frequency. Always remember the last cumulative frequency should match with the sum out here. The last CF always has to match with the sum F. Okay, now D, I'm elaborating D part A. Calculate n by 2. First ascertain what is n by 2. Then B would be look for a CF that is equal, or that is equal to or more than n by 2. Look for the CF that is equal to or more than n by 2. Right? C, class corresponding to this particular CF will be known as your median class. Class corresponding to, this is corresponding to the CF would be your median class. And D part would be, once you've got your median class, locate your L. Okay, this is 1, and 2, you also locate the frequency, which is F. And then last but not the least, you also need to find out the formula for median. Formula is the same as L plus some blah blah multiplied by H. Okay, you also need the third part here. You should also know what is the H, class width. Okay. Assuming that all classes have same width, L plus, it will be n by 2 minus CF divided by F. So yeah, class preceding the median class. Sir.
And will be not more continuous classes.
ऐसे ही देते हैं, कंटिन्यूस क्लासेस ही देंगे आपको. ये सब फुल मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चन हैं. if 5 mark question में ये सब आ गया ना, you should start your class, your paper with this question, because this gives you enough time to get established in the room, paper, nervous system gets normalized, because there is nothing that is not wrong, ambiguous कुछ भी नहीं है. And don't try with those 1 mark questions in maths right at the start. Please understand two things. Your school 1 mark question and board 1 mark question will be completely different. What the school does, the school picks up a 3 mark question and puts it in 1 mark. So you will put the labor of 3 mark and how much will you earn? 1 only. Time कितना जाएगा? 3 mark वाला जाएगा. So अगर आप प्री बोर्ड में 1 mark questions को पहले प्रायोरिटी दे रहे हो, chances are that you may get them all right. I'm taking the good, but your overall you will fall short of time. So preferably do the paper bottom up. Always every paper should be done bottom up. Because objective में कैसा है? First question chapter 1, second question chapter 14, third social studies सोचो ना, third question chapter 8. 3 नहीं आएगा ना, then you will start, Mr. Rajiv Rastogi, big reason to worry. But if they give you state the causes of Asian imperialism, I'm just saying, रट्टू क्वेश्चन है, पूरा चेपो लिखते रहो. तब तक अच्छा नेहा भी मेरे रूम में, शी इज सिटिंग देयर, हाँ ये तो वही मैम है, ये एड्रेनलिन सेट्स इन, ये सब. एंड बाय दैट टाइम मेनी ऑफ because you have studied and gone, it's not that you have not studied. The only thing is the cassette has to fully rewind and start playing slowly in the exam hall. आप शुरू में जाके पूछ रहे हो और भाई भाभी के साथ वो उसका कौन किसका शादी हुआ, उसका किसका हुआ, मूवी पिच पे से थोड़ी आए. And in school exams they will do tough checking in grade 10 and they will make sure that your 1 mark questions are pairing. So don't be a fanboy. Switch on to board and start doing problems which are the bigger ones. Because a teacher cannot increase a 5 mark question. 5 mark, but 5 mark को 1 mark में दे दिया तो आपका लफड़ा शुरू हो जाए. तो इसलिए ऐसे क्वेश्चन पहले करो. ये heights and distance, Arjun's favorite, he loves those. Trigonometric identity, ऐसे क्वेश्चन करो. These, then you will get question on linear equation. A train starts from station A. चेप दो वो सब क्वेश्चन. Then probability कितने हैं? Then धीरे धीरे alpha and beta roots of the equation. ठीक है? So we'll have 2 classes on this where we'll do board type questions, and then also we'll then wrap up with areas of circle and area of circle. Once all done, deep revision assessments will go like that. रंगारंग कार्यक्रम